Disneyland Fun Fact. Did you know that Disneyland is named such because it was discovered by Rudolph Disneyland in the 1920s? Disneyland Fun Fact. Disneyland Fun Fact. Walt Disney is currently in one of the buildings at Disneyland, and nobody lets him out. Disneyland Fun Fact. Toontown was actually discovered in 1920 by Rudolph Toontown. Fun fact. This is made the way it is because Disneyland was originally made out of matchsticks and toothbrushes. Sorry. Disneyland Fun Fact. Tickets to Disneyland are still the same price as they were when it was originally discovered by Rudolph Disneyland in the 1920s. Fun fact, popcorn was originally used as currency in Disneyland during the war. It was first discovered in the 1920s by Rudolph Popcorn. Fun fact, the bathrooms at the Blue Bayou in Disneyland were the first things ever built on Disneyland property. The rest of the park was built around it. Fun fact, the Tiki Room at Disneyland was actually the inspiration for the entirety of Hawaiian culture. It's true. Fun fact. Fun fact, Dole Whip was actually discovered by Rudolph Dole Whip in the late 1920s. Fun fact. Disneyland Fun Fact. Autopia cars are entirely street legal, and in some parts of Italy they are the preferred method of transportation. Fun fact. Fun fact, the majority of deaths in the United States of America can be attributed in some way to the castle at Disneyland. Fun fact. Fun fact, while it's been long assumed that the man on the left was Walt Disney, it turns out that later evidences showed that Walt Disney was actually the man on the right. California Adventure Fun Fact, neither the words California or Adventure appeared in the dictionary until the discovery of California Adventure in the 1920s by Rudolph California Adventure. California Adventure Fun Fact, California Adventure was actually the first place to institute the use of public bathrooms in the California state. It's famous for that. Fun fact, to this day there is no agreement on which park is Disneyland and which is California Adventure. It's pretty much a crapshoot as to which one you get to. Fun fact, the similarities between the shape of the rock and the bear animal actually led to the bear being called the bear because of Bear Rock. Pretty cool, huh? Fun fact, everything that happens in this model of Cars Land happens in real life. If a car gets smashed in here, car gets smashed in real life. Somebody dies in here, they die. Fun fact, everything in Cars Land is magnetic. This is to keep any of the cars from leaving, as they are known to be prone to do. Fun fact, when it was first built, California Screaming was made entirely out of leftover food. Fun fact, it used to be California Creamin' to celebrate the vast cream corn output from California. California Creamin'. Fun fact, supposed Mickey Mouse merchandise was actually modeled after his brother, Robert Mouse. This is a lesser known fact because they look very similar. Fun fact, all the ice cream in California Adventure is recycled. Fun fact, the Pacific Coast was actually named after Pacific Wharf in California Adventure. Before that, it was just an unnamed coast, and people just kind of assumed when you said the coast. Also, it was discovered in 1920 by Rudolph Pacific Coast. Fun fact, not only was the Pacific Wharf Canning Co. a giant cover for a massive drug trade, but also cans never existed and nobody knows how you store your food. Fun fact, California Adventure is ranked as the world's deadliest park, with at least 50% of all park goers dying at some point within their attendance. Fun fact, the Ferris wheel at California Adventure was the first Ferris wheel to use pods that people sat in. Before that, it was a big wheel that everybody stood on the ground and looked at. Also, Ferris wheels and roller coasters were first discovered in the 1920s by Rudolph Ferris Wheels and Roller Coasters. Fun fact, my sister was discovered in the 1920s by Rudolph Idiot Loser. Fun fact, to get around water conservation efforts in Southern California, Paradise Pier had to be labeled a giant bug sanctuary to comply with the zoning. Fun fact, the character Mickey Mouse was actually designed after Walt Disney's younger brother who had a condition called Mickey Mouse-itis, in which he had a horrible calcium deficiency. Fun fact, the World of Color show actually originated back in the 1920s when the world only had 3 colors, red, blue, and green. Later colors were added when they were invented later. Fun fact, not only is it the biggest tree in the world, that is the biggest thing in the world. Nothing else comes even close to being half of its size. Fun fact, if a store in California Adventure fails to sell all of its merchandise every day, it gets burnt down and 2 more similar stores appear in its place. Anyway, this is where I end the Fun Fact service. Thank you for sticking around through all of this. I have no idea why you did.